Welcome everybody, welcome to my channel Pegasus, it's time to fly. First of all, Happy New Year. These have been pre-recorded towards the end of 2021, but I'm going to be publishing them just for the new year so that people can really have a close look at what we have coming in for all of us. So before I get to our 2022 and begin, I just wanted to say a couple of things. I think ultimately 2021 has been a year of highs and lows. I mean, speaking personally, it's been a year full of love, full of fun, forming new relationships. And it's been a year of endings and different transformation and that kind of thing. And I think there's been this real collective energy for all of us that coming on the back of 2020, we started January 2021 with we went into a lockdown and there was just this feeling of disconnection. I'm going to be probably mentioning some of that in the readings as we go forward. But I think that disconnection for me is probably a word that might describe how a lot of us have been feeling in this 2021 year. This year has been what we call from numerology a 5 year. Fives can be very challenging, and I have mentioned some of this on some of my posts. So fives can be this idea of climbing the mountain and having things fall in our pathway to make things that little bit more difficult, or to help us learn and grow, which ultimately is what any transformation is seeking for us to do. It has been a bit of a strange one in terms of this disconnection, because I think we started the year where lots of people were working from home, and of course we've now gone back into that towards the end of this year as we close. So there was this feeling of disconnection, and then coming out of it and this idea of unity, celebrations and love, and trying to get back to what we were considering as normal life for all of us, I suppose. And then quickly we fell into that sense of normality again, and now we're being sort of pulled back into this idea of distance. I just sort of wanted to mention that and mention the energy of that, and that, for some it has been a really difficult year. There have been some amazing things that have occurred this year, and sometimes it's good for us to remember that light with that shade as well. And so much hope for us all moving forward as we enter into this new year, which is actually a 6. So what does 6s mean for us then? Well, for me personally, 6 is coming out of a 5. It's this idea of hope and this sense of building something back up that maybe fell away. We're building this stronger, new foundation. And 6s are really prosperous years for love and relationships, any type of relationship. They seek to find calm after the storm of the 5 and present us with more harmonious, cooperative components, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So, I will see you in the readings. Thank you. Welcome, Leo. Welcome to the 2022 readings from me and my channel, which is Pegasus, It's Time to Fly. Thank you for supporting my channel and listening to the readings. I really appreciate it. If you do like what you're listening to, don't forget to give it a like, and I just want to say I really appreciate you listening and taking part in what I'm doing, really. I hope you have had a great year. It's really easy to say that, isn't it? And then we all think, gosh, what has this year brought about for us all? And yeah, it's not always easy, but it's easy sometimes for us to forget all the joy we've had as well. So really going to be, I've cleansed the area, I've burnt some sage as well, and I've been burning some of my incense sticks just for us to get a really good energy for this reading for you moving forward. So just to give you, I'm just shuffling the cards that I'm going to pull for your 12 cards, 12 tarot cards for every month for 2022. I'm going to just do that while I'm explaining to you how the reading is going to look. So before I pull these cards, I'm actually going to be reading you a channeled message from Spirit directly to you. It's going to talk about the energy. It's quite specific about energy actually, and it's been giving every astrological group a little message in specific for you. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the messages. It's been interesting channeling them, and because obviously as a clairsentient I then home in on your energies or the energies of the collective, and then the messages then unfold. So I'm going to read the spiritual channeled messages, then I'm going to use my angel cards, angel answers, and you might want to pause the video just to have a think about questions that you want to ask. I want to basically for you to pose a question, maybe just to finish up 2021. Maybe it's something that you wanted to ask about that you were left not quite understanding for some reason. So that's what I'm going to do after I channel the messages, and then each 12 cards from the tarot is going to be clarified by some angel cards. So where do I begin? So your channeled message. Energetically, they're saying it's a period of more calmer waters, Leo, for this coming year. Excellent news. It says the storm hit last year and you made it through a 5-year, because it was a year of numerology of 5 last year. As Leos, they say they know you don't like confrontation much, and last year brought some anger or discontent around you, or you felt that. They're asking that this energy is going to sort of switch itself up this year. They want you to sit back and rest, for this year is going to be a lot more harmonious. It's time to understand and survey your successes, although you may not have viewed them in that way. So that was the exact words they gave me, but the meaning I felt behind it was this idea of this self-deprecation, where you don't ever really tell yourself that you've been a success at something that you've achieved. Or perhaps you then, as soon as you've overcome some goal or something, you then very quickly racing on to the next one. They're saying take some time, be calmer this year, sit back in your power, because there were a huge amount of amazing accomplishments that you achieved last year, and you just weren't identifying them. So they really want you to do that in the coming year. So Spirit's direct message: be bold and sit on your throne. It has been waiting for you. So there we go. That's your channeled messages, my Leos. And now I'm going to go to this question that I spoke about earlier. So take a few deep breaths and think about something you'd like some clarity on, that perhaps was going on last year and maybe even is still in the energy now, and you'd like to ask this question so that we can move forward into what's going to be 2022 energy. Okay, so the card no, very clear. Whatever you were asking, the angels are saying no. And maybe they're asking you to be in the energy of having stronger boundaries moving forward, so that you can say no to more things that you are not really in your essence of you wanting to do. Sometimes we agree to all sorts of things, or we don't want to upset people, or we're scared. But the energy is saying, nope, there's no time for that now. We need to say no where we need to say no. Or whatever that inquiring question was, it was a no. Okay, January, the Knight of Pentacles. February, the Moon card in reverse. March, the Queen of Wands. April, the Seven of Pentacles. May, the Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay. June the Hierophant, July the Knight of Cups in reverse, August Strength card in reverse, asking me to tell my gorgeous Leos. Oh, I like that card. So we have the Sun card in September, October the Death card in reverse, you really want me to take that card, don't you? Okay. Sometimes they just want me to take the card. I don't deny them. I just don't always see it. Okay, Spirit. Aha! Wonderful. Okay, so put your cards in order. Let me just have a quick look. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 6, 7. Right. First of all, as a reader, when I get a lot of major arcana come up in a spread, it tells me that it's going to be a very significant time. Bigger changes that are going to have more of an impact over longer periods of time will be within this next year for you, Leo. So by major arcana, I mean the Fool's Journey cards. So these cards that have naming on them, that are the Hierophant or the Moon or the Fool, the Hanged Man, they are part of what's known as the Fool's Journey. And the Fool's Journey starts here in 0 and ends at the World, which is the full completion. And it's this like spiritual journey of life, of perhaps this lifetime you're in now and what will be involved in its entirety and how that's going to affect you. So let's start then by looking at the bottom of the deck, which is the overall theme for the entire year. And this is this King of Pentacles in reverse. So it tells me that perhaps, Leo, you're going to be focusing a lot on finance, money, material things next year. And you might be in this energy of worry, not being in your power regarding this subject. And that's, Spirit is saying that that's not necessarily the reality of the matter. It may just be your worry, perhaps you generally worry about things like that, and it's asking you not to be in that energy. It's asking you to be more positive and turn this card around, because if this King of Pentacles was in the upright position, I would say this is going to be a year of you bossing your finances, making money, feeling grounded, feeling like your home life's great, your working life's great. It feels like you have this tendency to worry about those things more than you should. Okay? So try to be in this more energy of your own card. The card you have in September is the Sun card, and that is you guys. You also have your own self showing up in August. The Strength and the Sun card next to each other are both cards of Leo. So it's asking you to be in your Leo, carefree, childlike, not phased, not focusing on things I don't need to focus on, just living in the moment. You need to be more in that energy. And it feels like you're more in this energy of fearing that the right growth isn't going to happen. So that's something for you to keep an eye on and be careful, because we need to switch that energy up, which is more than possible. So January we have the Knight of Pentacles. This feels like this younger energy. Again, this is in the Pentacles, this is an earth sign, so Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn. And this Knight is the slowest moving Knight in the deck. And this is like an opportunity or something that's going to come up for you in January, but it's taken its time. It's been a slow burn. But on the upside of that slow burn, he is somebody that acts in integrity. He's somebody that means what he says, he or she. Doesn't have to be gender specific. You have the card of radiance with this. So look closely at the habits you are forming with repetitive action. So maybe you've taken on the energy of this Knight of Pentacles. It feels like be careful that you don't miss something by moving too slow. Be careful that you are focusing on this pentacle with such intent that you might miss something really important for you. You need to be within this inner glow that I spoke about of the Sun card, your energy. This Angel of Radiance wants you to glow, and in order to glow it needs you to put down things that maybe aren't as healthy for you to focus on. I spoke about this worry. That can be anxiety as well. So it's like this knight is, he's not as young as the page, but they are usually quite, for me, this feels like in this deck, this is still a younger energy, but not childlike, just young in some sort of spirit. But it feels like this younger person has perhaps focused and has been anxious about things that don't serve them. This feels like to me that this could be somebody around you, a loved one or somebody close to you, if it's not your energy. And it's like this causes a lot of worry for you. Again, back to this King of Pentacles. You worry about this situation. It feels like something is taking too long, or something's been a bit slow and a bit painful. It's like something's been going over and over and over and over again. It's repeating. And it feels like your energy is a bit tired. One thing I would say about the Knight though, the Knights in the most part, and definitely this Knight of Pentacles, is honourable. So it feels like whatever the outcome is, it will end in an honourable way. It will be the right thing. The decision will have the right outcome that was meant to be. And then this knight on the horse can then focus on what's going to be important in their life. They can put energy into what's going on in their life and focus on that in order to build something else. You know, the knight is it's moving towards something, so it wants to have this outcome. It wants to move towards resolution so that it can start then building itself back up in order to stand tall again, I guess. Okay, so the month of February, we have the Moon card in reverse. Perhaps this is some secret or some communication that's just not coming to the light as yet. It feels like it will, and maybe it will come to the light in February. Maybe the communication that needs to happen will happen in this month of February. And the angels are really guiding this. The angels want there to be enlightenment. They want the dark shadows that have been surrounding you, maybe your loved ones, maybe a partner. They want the darkness to subside now and for the moon to completely, fully shine and illuminate the situation for everybody involved. Okay, moving into March, we have the Queen of Wands. This is a much lighter, fiery energy. This is fire, which is what your own energy, and this is a queen. This queen is very powerful. She sits with her black cat, like my Scylla, and this black cat is about her intuition, about her knowing. She knows that she's in her power. She knows that she can be a success. She knows whatever she is motivated or guided to do. Maybe this is a new project or something that you're moving towards that's exciting for you. Can be love, because it can be very passionate. I don't take on the gender specifics of the cards, but this could be a lady fire sign. Or yeah, could just be you. But it feels like whatever this person touches, it's like a glow up. They're very beautiful inside and out, this woman's energy, this fire energy. And that could be a female Leo listening to this. If that's the case, you're very intuitive at this time of March. You're very beautiful. You are good at making things grow. You have quite a lot of growth within yourself. And perhaps this energy from January and February that was around you is starting to make you feel a bit more in control of something in your life. Something that's tangible, something that you can hold on to, that could be coming into play for you in this month. With this is the angel Panacea. So your angel knows the answers to all of your problems. It feels like in the month of March you will be sitting in a much more empowered position in order to be able to just see solutions rather than problems in your life. This is like, if this was a mindset, this would be you in a much more positive place. Thinking positively, thinking in a more healthy way. Okay, so going into April, we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. This is a feeling that things perhaps aren't working quick enough as you would like them to. You know, you had all this fire in March and you want to move forward with this fire, but the energy of April is it's not happening quick enough for you. But be patient. You know, things that are worth having take time to grow. Take time to give your care and attention to. You know, most things that we aim to do start with our intentions. And when our intentions are in the right alignment, we're in a much better place in order to find ourselves. Okay. So along with this card of feeling that things aren't moving quick enough, you have the Angel of Transport. The Angel of Transport are with you today. Now this can be physically in transport breaking down. This can be you travelling, going on a train somewhere, taking a journey, and it's, you know, you're not getting there quick enough. Feels like this Seven of Pentacles is that you want a victory in something and you want to move fast towards it. And maybe something is just not moving quickly enough for you in April. Whatever it is though, it's like this energy of you'll get there in the time that you need to get there. All is in alignment with divine timing. This is just an ego-based energy, this Seven of Pentacles. This is just, why can I not have what I want right now? Why can I not materialise into my life and into my reality all the things that I'd really like? It feels like this idea of hiding something as well, or hiding from the self. Perhaps you're in this state of being confused about what it is you really want, Leo. And sometimes when we really aren't clear about these things, the universe kind of just puts us on pause for a while. What it's saying is you are going to get to your destination. It may just be in a different way than you imagined, or it may just be at a different pace. Okay. Moving into May, we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. Feels like you're not in touch with your emotions for some reason. Are you blocking something out? Are you choosing not to see something that you need to see? Are you not open in some way because it's too painful to be open? This Queen of Cups, when she's in her power and in her position, she's denotes a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and she's loving, caring, has depth, understanding. She can open and work through things. She can help somebody work through things. This might be a Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio person in your life, Leo, who seems disconnected. Maybe it just seems like she is. Maybe she's struggling to communicate what's required, what she needs to communicate. You have the card of angels with this. The card of knowledge. The angels of knowledge are with you today. Perhaps you're having some inner knowing about this Queen of Cups energy. Perhaps it's somebody you know and you love, and you just understand that there's more going on than you realised. You don't know everything that's happened. You don't know why this Queen of Cups is not in their energy. Or perhaps you didn't see before why she was in this energy, and now it's becoming clear. Perhaps now you're starting to understand why some of the things happened in the way they did. For some, this will be somebody finding out that somebody that they were really close to and they really loved perhaps was not as kind and honest as they could have been. Perhaps this knowledge is really, really sad and upsetting, actually, because this person that you thought was this loving, beautiful energy can sometimes be a motherly energy as well. Maybe was not the person you thought they were, or perhaps their emotions were blocked and they weren't able to communicate something in the right way. Perhaps they went about something in the wrong way. With the angels of knowledge around you, things will be becoming clear, and things will become more obvious to you, and you'll start to think, oh, well, that kind of makes sense now. But that might not be that might not make you feel good. So those angels want you to know that they're around you and they want to support you throughout this, because they know that this has maybe been a very steep learning curve for you. And I say steep learning curve for you because going into June you have the Hierophant. The Hierophant card here often depicts knowledge and learning and understanding, and sometimes it's about everything that is institutional, like, so it can sometimes be like education, it can be about like morals, greater understanding of something that you thought you always knew. It can be like this higher learning as well. So perhaps June will be a month of lots of higher learning for those of you that are studying. It will be a really significant month for you. It's going to be a time to take stock and really focus. It's going to be a time of you learning all sorts of information on a personal level and on a professional level. Underneath the feet of the Hierophant is these keys, and these keys are sent to be sacred keys that open the door in terms of clarity and knowledge and great understanding. Can sometimes be the marriage card, so it could be linked to this card in May, to do with this Queen of Cups. Could be to do with marriage, or the idea, your understanding of marriage, or what you believe in, and what you, or maybe something has come to light that you don't believe in at this time. But just be kind to yourself and be compassionate for yourself and the people involved, because it doesn't feel like this is a hurtful energy that somebody's set out to do. It feels like somebody's been needing to express something, and finally this information and knowledge is becoming revealed. Okay, so you've got the angel card of start. Start today as if it was your last one. Make every second count. This is a message to somebody that involves in what I've just been speaking about, but what it's saying to you is you are not at the core of this issue. You might be affected by it, and it certainly will have had some emotional impact on you, but they want you to understand that sometimes to find balance, this balance of the Hierophant, there is this understanding of change in life, and sometimes these things happen and they're necessary. And whilst they might be really difficult within that time, they are just necessary. This Hierophant is also the energy of Taurus. And with Taurus sitting in Venus, it feels like this is about some balance of the heart and balance of love and you learning from something. But it's saying you need to still live your life and live every day as a new day. And be excited for change. Be excited for transformation. Things are not meant to just stay stagnant and stay stuck in the same way forever. Feels like there's new hope in this card and new change. This feels like you want to turn your back on something, or you're just moving away for a while to heal and recover. It feels like the love is still there, but it's confused. Are you confused about love, Leo? Have you offered love in a direction, or have you felt that you've been given love and it in some way you feel like you've been betrayed or rejected? Okay. It feels like you've got this beautiful energy though. The Knight of Cups does want to offer love and it does want to offer hope, and just because it's in reverse, it feels for me in this scenario that all's not as bad as it seems. Yet this might be a moment of truth or clarity, and you will get over that and you will get past that, and then you will be able to fill your cup of love again at a later point. It's not like this is something that you'll never feel love again, because you will. It wants you to be optimistic going forward. It just feels like maybe there's been some stuff energetically wise that you've been dealing with. And, you know, this year they want your energy to be lighter and calmer. So that spiritual guidance that I gave you in the beginning, over everything I've spoke about month by month, for some of those things that have felt like harsh energies, it's not saying that this year isn't a good year for you, or there won't be some amazing highs and joy and love and all those things. They are still there for you, but it's just saying that when there are times that perhaps your mindset turns a little bit negative and a little, you know, there is inner sadness or something that you're finding really, really difficult to identify with or heal from, they want you to know that there will always be lighter times. You will dance again. You will rejoice again. There will be love in your heart, and you will come to a time where that will definitely be revealed and will be available to you again. Going into August, on the back of what I've just been speaking about, you have your own cards. I spoke about how your Leo, two of your Leo major arcanas are showing up. So this is a really big impact. Something really big is going on here, and it's asking you to have strength. It's asking you to don't try and control something that's been going on. Release it. Let the universe deal with it. But just show yourself some kindness and love at this time, because I feel like it's not been easy for you. Okay, so children. We have the card of children underneath strength. And it's all really linked to this Leo, because on this sun card that you have for September, there's a child sat on a horse. This is talking about your inner child, who you were as a child. Maybe as a child you needed to be strong, or you felt you needed to be strong. Your angels are here to within this month of August, to tell you don't always have to be strong. You know, in reverse, you don't always have to be the person in control. You don't always have to be the person that knows the solution to the answer. Sometimes you can just hold your hands up and say, I don't know what to do right now. I don't know what the outcomes are going to be, but I have inner faith that the universe and who I am as a person will prevail. Let me allow healing. Let me allow the light in. In order to find our true grit, sometimes we need to go in and examine who we are. And that really starts from our childhood. This little girl or this little boy, this idea of stability, feeling safe, feeling secure. Has something rocked your security recently? And the angels are saying they're around you to just let you know that that little inner child is still in there, and how you talk to that child is really important right now. You need to give that child support and encouragement. So that ultimately means you need to speak a lot kinder to that little child, which ultimately is you. It's definitely you, my beautiful Leos. There's a lot of yellow in your cards as well, so it makes me feel like maybe your solar plexus, which is your strength, your core, it's what keeps us upright, it's what drives us forward in life, it's what helps us get up every day and continue. And sometimes when our solar plexus is slightly depleted, we don't feel that we're in that power, so to speak. And your angels want you to regain your power. The card of change under the Sun card in September. September is a month of a lot of change anyway. We're closing up, finishing off these cycles. We're assessing what has gone on from January to date. And we're looking at things, and the angels are saying, be prepared for change at this time. Be prepared to move forward. But move forward, waving that flag like that little girl on that horse, on Pegasus, in the Sun card. Move forward in that child's energy. She's waving this red flag. And this is this idea of like luxury and success and being triumphant. She has all those sunflowers just growing and shining, and they're growing up all around her. So it's like this fertile energy of love and love for self. Embrace the changes in order for them to come. And this follows in October, the Death card in reverse. The Death card is the card of Scorpio. So in reverse, it feels like some form of change has happened in September that really needs you to go with it and to welcome this idea of rebirthing something new. It feels like you're a bit resistant to it. We've got two cards here that you've got Pegasus showing up quite a lot, so there's a lot of spirit around you. But this Death card sits on this white horse, which for me is spirit. And it feels out of kilter, out of balance. It couldn't be the more complete opposite to this Sun card, which is your natural energy. So are you acting out of character in October? Do you feel like you're not quite yourself? What they want you to know is that there's this new beginning for you. There's this new beginning for you starting. And with the Hanged Man next to you in November, this new beginning is asking you to see something from a completely different perspective in order to find clarity and hope. within this new perspective comes this enthusiasm where something is going to start really working for you. Something is really lighting your fire and giving you this expansion. Feels like it's divinely guided as well, that your knowledge and your journey is expanding into new paths. Yeah, it makes total sense that that's the case. This rebirth is itching to happen in October, but it won't be till December that you really allow it. In November, you're going to be in this introspective, let me find balance, let me weigh things up. And then there's going to be, it feels like there's going to be like this light bulb moment where you understand your role in it all, your role within it all, and you understand that you just need to look at it differently. Perhaps you've been really stuck in a mindset, and that's going to be changing. Something's going to be allowing you to be kinder to yourself or another energy, and it feels like you're moving forward, which is great. Great news, Leo, that you're moving forward. And with December, with the fall again is this taking a leap of faith. You have this little dog stood next to you in this card, which maybe you've got an animal that you absolutely adore and is always by your side through troubled times. It's this little brown animal, and he's looking up to you as if to say, I'll follow you anywhere. I'm loyal. I'm there for you. And this can be a spiritual energy around you as well. This could be a spirit animal or a spirit guide. And it's like you're seeking this new knowledge. You have these moments of epiphanies, and I'd say there's several. And it feels like this idea that I'm going to be carefree, and I just know that someone's going to catch me. I know that I can just leap, and whatever happens, it's going to be fruitful and it's going to work out. Feels really exciting for you in December. It feels like you've got all this information now, which you feel like you can make such better decisions. You're able to be way more light-hearted. You're able to have fun, experience great times with the people you love, which would fall with Christmas next year. So it feels like Christmas next year is going to be a really carefree time, an exciting time, where you really know yourself better and you know what's important to you, and you're driven to go and seek those things. And as I started the reading with your channeled message, things are going to be peachy when you take on that fall energy. When you know that the universe will catch you and that you can leap and that you have support and you have loved ones around you, no matter what you think, because you do, the world is literally your oyster, Leo. So on that note, I wish you the most beautiful year and light and love for any difficulties, but just to know that those difficulties are part of your path and they're part of your journey, and they are everything that makes up the full story that leads you to your beautiful energy of the fall at the end of 2022. Take care.